National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great week.
Where we at? Okay, what's the total number so far? Which was?
Like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, the Rams won it all in Super Bowl 56, but last season was a stark contrast to that. The Rams need their quarterback to recapture his form from 2 seasons ago. Another postseason run.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Progress.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full.
Fast progress.
Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 110 yards in the score.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford throws left side. Atwell's got it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Dare you be this cute on my damn phone?
But you're right about that one.
I said, how dare you be this damn cute on my phone?
You look at this cold defense. They come into this one rounding out the
Am I delusional or are you delusional for not seeing it? I just don't understand how you don't see it.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a first down.
And no return here. Will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Colts are coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Wait, he just wasn't allowed to lose on TV at all? Because that motherfucker lost a lot on TV. Like, wait a minute.
He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete.
Oh, well, I know he can't lose in Saudi Arabia.
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah, they got fired. Yeah.
We need to apply pressure early.
What cute spot?
Call that early pressure. Nice.
That wasn't Maximum Male Models. That was pretty deadly.
I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he's
Yeah, Vince was big on them. He loved them.
Is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one.
Really?
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up.
I think it was in surprisingly good shape.
Coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Yeah.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's legit. There's a reason they call him Uncle Allen.
On 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Because, you know, when LA Knight first got to the main roster, he was their manager, Max Dupree. And Maxine Dupree, who we see hanging out with American Alpha these days, was supposed to be his sister. So you had Max and Maxine Dupree. But yeah, LA Knight didn't want to be a manager. He wanted to fucking wrestle. Yeah, he was very, very, very displeased with that whole angle. Yeah, I don't think LA Knight hated them personally. He just hated that gimmick.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Rams defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Richardson lets one go downfield for Pierce. Unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Yeah, Richardson yet again. That's complete to Pierce. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Okay, break.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Aaron Donald. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more than he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. As he throws there, incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Day's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the after the made field goal. Gay back out there to kick it off.
In the video, she expected what?
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the
Maybe you take your vitamins?
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Richardson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Richardson on 2nd and 10.
Jesus Christ.
They bring it down. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Third and long for Richardson.
The whole ball, you stupid bitch.
Again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Sorry, take that.
After 1 on EA Sports. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping to get that spot on the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive line with the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. to the outside part of the field and made that play.
Third down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Some strong running. Touchdown, Indianapolis. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here's Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers in the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. The Colts set to take over here offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start...
Wow.
And it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. We'll go down to a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also have their one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Marr able to put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
A dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
There's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Richardson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Again makes this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball right after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Preaching to the choir. Tomorrow makes day 5 out of 9.
After the made field goal,
What do you mean you have to work now?
kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee.
Well, baby, it's better to do it now and get it over with than put it off until you're super duper tired and then you really don't want to. So go ahead.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd
Baby.
and 12.
Yeah, another negative
Do your work.
early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes
I understand, but it needs to be done, so do it.
A give running right is Akers. Takes this to the 27, giving 4 yards.
You want to cry? When do you want to cry?
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab it. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Open man is complete. A gain of 8 there on the
Bring it on is not going to save you from having to work.
10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stafford.
Paying enough attention. Now get up so you can do your work.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
There you go.
Incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fielded at about the 28, 44-yard.
Yeah, no.
Indianapolis offense ready to go.
I don't see you moving.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal.
Why don't I see you?
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
second down and 6 now from the 42. Here's Richardson to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Try to be a nice puppet, but you don't like nice
My
puppets.
coaches have told me in the past, the biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his man a rest.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him.
Yes, he probably really wanted to come his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Ethan Evans on down to punt. Well, the Colts now are ready to get the football back. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Meanwhile, there's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Richardson on the bootleg here. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the air with Richardson. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Richardson now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Jesus.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
There's my girl. Look at you doing work.
That's going to do it for the first half of play.
Don't you feel better getting it out of the way now so you can sleep peacefully?
Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. And we'll jump right over.
But you still get to sleep peacefully, yes?
Week 4, second half kickoff, ready to go.
Wrong answer.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Green, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Working the middle of the field, he's got him incomplete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off play action. Richardson. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end.
Watch it.
Getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. the gun. Here's Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%,
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Grover stood in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Indy set to go on offense once more. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Richardson's throw caught by Bruce. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Pierce spent most of his rookie season in the Colts starting lineup and accumulated just under 600 yards with some big plays downfield. Expectations much higher for his sophomore season.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 1st down, Richardson. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Colts. Alec Pierce, his 1st touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. He finds Hopkins complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give this to Akers running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Here's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Stafford. And he's caught. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 23. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Stafford on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Gets past 1 man. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the pass
passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Richardson to the air on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush run, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Oh, nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback leading the way and throw out interceptions early? One from them became great later. Who would that be? That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Second down, they go with Akers again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and goal.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches, 8, the yards per catch now, because you get more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got Pierce. They juked him. Still going. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. But Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Intended, he's taken down. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll
third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He stiff-arms it and running with power here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 75 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it's Taylor. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, spread him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Rams ready to go on offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. They'll fire the ball over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Trying again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're on 4th down here. That pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Right there, hurt.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
L.A. readies for its next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this